Welcome, I'm Bev Adams. I own an independent paper crafting business showcasing products from Stampin' Up. I made this gorgeous card with products from Stampin' Up. I sell these products and also a few items to make crafting more convenient. I have the free detailed directions for this project on my website. You'll be able to just click the links for the products that you would like to be taken to my online store at Stampin' Up. You'll see where to find all of that at the end of this video, so don't worry about taking notes. It's time to put stamps, ink, and paper together. This card is gorgeous and it looks difficult, but it really is not, I don't think. I'm using the gorgeous Artistically Inked. I saw this and I fell in love with it. You can find this suite on page 96 and 97 in the 21-22 annual catalog. You can get the suite that comes with this ephemera pack with this lovely gold embellishments. They're paper embellishments. They're all cut out for you. It also comes with the lovely designer series paper that has gold highlights. I'm actually making a simple card for you today. And the supplies are really just a piece of basic white cardstock, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I used the thick white. You'll need another piece that you're going to cut out, and this is actually a 1/4 sheet of cardstock, so it's 5.5 by 4 1/4. Then you'll need another piece of basic white that's 5.5 by 2.5, and I've already cut this out. My inks are Mint Macaron, Soft Succulent, Magenta Madness, and Rich Razzleberry. I will be using the blending brushes. You get a set of 3. I'm going to use the fine tip glue pen. You don't see this in the catalog. It is available at the online store though, so don't get confused by that. And then you'll also need a basic white envelope. I am using the large Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I'm putting my platform in and my cut-up plate. I am using the artistic dies. I did use this one for those leaves, and I'm using this one. It doesn't really matter where you put it because I'm actually using this piece as a stencil. And so keep this part. You might want to use your die brush tip, and I usually keep the putty end in, but I do use the die brush often. The die brush does come with the foam. I'm just going to brush off, and this will get most of the little pieces out for you. We are going to use this piece as well. So I've got a few pieces that need to be poked. But when you put this out of the way where it will not get inky, but you might want to have it visible as a reference. So I'm going to set my leaves on here, and I'm going to use a pencil to just kind of mark where the edge of this leaf is. And then you're going to kind of just cut a curvy line based on those pencil marks. Next, I want to stamp Happy Birthday in Soft Succulent, and I want to stamp it down here. I want to stamp this kind of watercolor wash. And I'm wanting to stamp this on the edge. Kind of in the corners. And then I really should clean this, but I'm just going to get most of the ink off because I want to stamp in mint macaron with the same stamp. And that is kind of simulating that designer series paper. I'm actually going to cover up my left side of my card and placing this where I want it. And I want to be sure that I don't expose the printing down here. If I go off the side to the on this side a little bit, that is totally fine. And using the soft succulent, I'm going to kind of swirl around where my leaves are. These brushes do a really nice job of getting a nice, smooth, even color. Then I'm switching to the rich raspberry. And I'm trying to decide which color. I think I want to use the rich raspberry on the rose over here. There's a swirl here, and there's a swirl right about there. And then Magenta Madness for this big flower. And this is different coloring that I used on my sample. And so this looks awfully messy right now. It looks kind of terrible. But I think when you take that off, it really looks pretty. Okay, now I want to put my leaves here. So I'm putting these face up, and I'm getting my fine tip glue pen, and I'm putting the glue on the inside curve of these leaves. And then we're going to guide this. And it looks like I went a little bit high on that, so I'm going to just trim that just a bit. And this will look pretty on this side too. Then we want to use the fine tip glue pen for the flower. And this looks pretty intricate, but there's thicker spots on here. It doesn't all have to be glued down. Just head toward the thicker spots. And then when you're ready to cap this off, put your finger on the tip and use that to guide that pin into the hole in the glue pen. And then you do want to match these up. If you get it off a little bit, it's okay. It's actually kind of nice to get off a little bit down here where you've got the more solid leafy ferny things, because the green does not show otherwise. Then we want to use that same stamp on our envelope. And it's totally fine to leave a little bit white. I'm switching back my brush tip for the putty tip. Handy hint, it's really easy to overscrew that in. So especially when you're putting the tip back on. So I squeeze here when I'm tightening it, and then when you open it, pull straight, because sometimes that putty starts coming out when you don't want it. I'm using the 21-23 in color jewels. I think these are so pretty, and you just need one or two, and all of these colors really work. And I had a little bit of an inky mess there, so I'll cover that up, and maybe I'll even help to hold down this. And that's it. A little bling, a little beauty, and a matching envelope. Here is the web address for this project, where you'll find the free detailed directions and links for the products I used. You'll be able to click the links to be taken to my online store at Stampin' Up! Also on my website, you can click home near the top of the page to find lots of resources. Under Shop, you can find the products I offer to make crafting more convenient, how to get free products with my frequent shopper rewards, and a link to my online store at Stampin' Up! Click Inspiration to scroll all my projects back to 2011, most with detailed directions and videos. Though the products in those older projects have been retired, you may find techniques, layouts, and color combinations to inspire you today. If you're new to stamping, you might want to take a look at the basics. You'll find out how to cut card bases and layers, and what's special about Stampin' Up!, and some of my favorite tools. Under Organization, you'll find tons of free resources such as catalog tabs, labels and case inserts, color tools, and much more. You can take a tour of my craft wall. More organization means more time for crafting. Come stamp with me here in Ventura County, California, or get the best deal of all and join my team of crafters. The team is called SIP Together, and it stands for Stamps, Ink, and Paper Together. The team is made of crafters who want to save money on the products they buy, share with a few friends, or grow a business like mine. Be sure to subscribe to my website and on YouTube. Talk to you soon. Bye.